At what point in a flower's life, from seed to full bloom, does it reach perfection? Let's see what nature teaches us every day as we walk past the flowers in our garden. Is it perfect when it's nothing more than a seed in your hand waiting to be planted? All that it will ever be is there in that moment. Is it perfect when it first starts to germinate unseen under several inches of soil? This is when it displays the first signs of the miracle we call creation. How about when it pokes its head through the surface and sees the face of the sun for the first time? All its energies have gone into reaching for this source of life. Until this point, it has had nothing more than an inner voice telling it which way to grow. What about when it begins to flower? This is when its individual properties start to be seen. The shape of the leaves, the number of blooms, all are unique to this one flower, even among all the other flowers of the same species. Or is it the stage of full bloom, the crescendo of all the energy and effort the flower expended to reach this point in its life? Let's not forget its humble and quiet ending when it returns to the soil from where it came. At what point is the flower perfect? Such a provocative question in this terrific book, The Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner. Listen to his answer. I hope you already know. It is always perfect. It is perfect at being wherever it is and at whatever stage of growth it is in that moment. It is perfect at being a seed when it is placed into the ground. At that moment in time, it is exactly what it's supposed to be, a seed. And then he provocatively adds, do you think a flower seed sits in the garden and says, this is going to take forever. I have to push all this dirt out of my way just to get to the surface and see the sun. Every time it rains or somebody waters me, I'm soaking wet and surrounded by mud. When do I get to bloom? That's when I'll be happy. That's when everybody will be impressed with me. I hope I'm an orchid and not some wildflower that nobody notices. Orchids have it all. No, wait, I want to be an oak tree. They are bigger than anybody else in the forest and live longer too. Think about it. Aren't we all like that seed with that monologue of if only? Think about all the things in our life that we wish we had, things that we wish were different. Only if this would be different in the future, then I would be happy. And yet, in the words of Thomas Sterner in this book, we're like that flower seed. We're like the flower. We are perfect at every stage of development. We're perfect exactly where we are. In fact, everything that we experience wherever we are is exactly what we need to learn for where we are on the stage of development that we're on. We're perfect just as we are. Everyone is and everything is. Check out this book. It recently came back into my life. I read it a few years ago. Just reread it again. It's terrific. Check it out. Wishing you all a wonderful day.